welcome.
Hello and welcome.
Episode 49.
49?
One more till 50.
One more to the big 50, the big 5-0. Impressive.
Yeah?
You know, wait till we hit, 100.
Yeah.
1,000. We're paying 1,000.
How many? That's like 20 years? What, 1,000?
Is it really?
Well,
20 years?
No, wait, well, 50 weeks in a year, 500 would be 10, 1,000 would be like 20.
Damn, yeah, sure.
Right? Yeah?
I don't really know.
Am I doing that right? Let me know. Before we get into anything, Float Clothing, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, follow us, like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. All that stuff helps us out. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank y'all. Thank y'all. And also, yeah, shout out to everyone that's been checking out our stuff recently. Do you want to talk about the ad for a second? Just the feather.
Yeah. I mean, we've started experimenting with some advertising.
Yeah.
Through Instagram. So, if you're here, if you found us through an Instagram ad, thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Appreciate y'all checking us out.
Yeah. If you want to see what we're doing over there, check us out.
Yeah, check us out, man. It's been exciting, man.
Yeah.
That's been cool. I think that's a big piece that
we've done it before, but like we're kind of
we're a little more concentrated in the way that we're doing it, I think now.
Yeah,
there's a little bit more of a plan behind it than there was before.
Yeah.
More of a knowledge than there was before. But I like where we're at. I think we're going into 2024 and we're gonna make it our year, man. We're gonna fucking work for it, and I'm excited for that. I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Should we get into fits real quick?
Yeah, we can do fits. Well, yeah. So, I mean, I'm shoeless because I left my shoes at the door. It's wet outside. We're recording this on the 12th. So, if you remember, Chicago on the 12th, it was supposed to be 6 to 8 inches of snow.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah, no, it's not too bad. I mean, it's supposed to keep coming down. It's not horrible. It's manageable. It's like the rain and snow and shit.
So, I'm shoeless, but I got the Nate Loman Supreme pants on.
Yeah, those are fire. I really like those.
Float more and salt tee.
Yup.
Yeah, I meant to accessorize a little bit. I got a new jewelry piece.
Oh yeah?
Forgot to wear it.
Fuck, man.
That'll be from episode 50.
I bet. We're coming out strong, episode 50. I like that. That's lit. I'm excited for that. Nice though. Fuck with it. The pants are fire, man.
Yeah.
The more and salt's classic.
Show them the socks.
Yeah,
I mean, crazy.
They look a little dirty. I wore them out today, so they got a little wet because I was walking out there. These are my socks knitted for me by my mother. Homemade. They're wonderful. They're really nice and warm and cozy. There's a little leg hair for you too. But yeah, they're nice and cozy, man. I like wearing these on days like today, because it's just like cold out, it's shitty out. It's nice to put on a nice sock made by your mother and have a day inside, record a pod and hang with my boy, Other than that, we have Playboy joggers on, kind of classic. I wear these a good bit. I like these. They're comfy, they're big. And then I got, my Fashion Rebels West Side Gun hoodie, of course. And then the shirt is crazy, actually, if I'm not mistaken. The shirt is McDonald's Deluxe. McDonald's promotion from like the 80s and 90s.
Really? What was the Deluxe?
All grown up. McDonald's is all grown up.
With a grown-up taste.
Oh yeah, is that what it says? With a grown-up taste?
Would they put like mushrooms and stuff on the burger?
No, they just because McDonald's was originally it was marketed towards kids and like teenagers and shit.
Right.
So they were trying to make it more of like an adult,
How simple the advertising used to be.
Yeah, and what's so funny is that, and this is why I bought the shirt, because my grandparents, it just says like the Deluxe. It just has the same logo as this right here.
Yeah.
But my grandparents invested in McDonald's at this time, and this was their first ad campaign since they invested. So my dad vividly remembers coming home one day and my grandparents had bought all the different deluxe burgers and they all like tried them out to see how they were.
Yeah.
So it's just like
that's pretty wild.
Yeah, and it's great. Like I just found this shirt at like a flea market or like a vintage like fest or something like that. Yeah. And I just remembered my dad telling me that story. I was like, I gotta get this shirt.
Family ties.
Yeah, family ties with this one. So.
Yeah, that's crazy. That just shows you like how investing used to be.
Yeah.
Because like investing used to be like a hands-on process. Like you call up the broker, like we want 10 shares of McDonald's or whatever, and then
it was
like
a way bigger deal.
We gotta try the burgers, make sure our investment's like in the right place or whatever.
Yeah.
Now it's like there's just freaking like Amazon stock, and you just go on your phone and buy it or whatever.
Right,
like,
and you can do Robinhood where it's like not actually like the real. Wait, is that Robinhood? Or was it not?
No,
that wasn't Robinhood. Sorry, I was thinking of something different. I forgot what it was called, but it was like you don't actually spend money on it. You just use fake money.
Best Brokers, yeah.
Best Brokers, is that what it is?
There's an app for that.
Maybe there's a few different ones, but
yeah.
Like.
But yeah,
this is
interesting.
Yeah, man, I like it. It's funny.
Yeah.
It makes me happy. I saw it the other day and I was like, I haven't worn that shirt in a minute. I gotta put that one back on. So yeah.
No, that's fun. That's a fun story.
Yeah.
I remember. I feel like I've heard that before, but it's a good story.
Yeah, no, I think I definitely told you before. It's just fun, man.
Yeah.
It's got everything you want. McDonald's, the 80s, and my grandparents. It's awesome.
Before we get, we got a couple topics today. Before we get into them, can we just talk about the weatherman, the weather industry? Because like you are like, if you may know this if you listen to the podcast, I think we mentioned it before.
Yeah.
But like Paolo is like very tapped into the weather.
Yeah, I'm always tapped in. It's less during this time.
Well, let me explain. It's partly due to his summer job, which requires him to be a little more tapped into the weather, but it's part of just also like who he is as a person.
Yeah.
He needs to know the weather.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's important.
He's got special apps and different stuff than the average person, I'd say.
Kind of.
Definitely more than me.
Yeah, like I don't fuck around, and I also make fun of anyone that just uses the Apple Weather app. That's stupid and it's fake and it's false.
Which is me, so you know.
Sorry, no offense to you.
I know.
No personal
I want to
hate.
let you know if you're offended by that, you can come to me.
Yeah.
We're in the same boat. But
I mean, you gotta use either AccuWeather or the Weather Channel, and you just gotta you gotta know what you're doing, man. Especially if it's gonna rain or if it's gonna be like today. Like you gotta know what things are happening. I really use it a lot in the summer. My job is very dependent, like Caleb said, my job in the summer is very dependent on weather and stuff like that. So I just keep an ear to the ground, watch the clouds.
Yeah, but like someone told me, like at work yesterday, someone was like, it's supposed to be like the biggest snowstorm in 3 years. Or something, which is just ridiculous. And then you get this, and it's like, what are we doing? Like we're canceling everything.
Yeah,
and then there's like just a little bit of snow, a little bit of rain, and it's mush on the ground. Like I get it, but still, like it's just everything is blown way out of proportion, and then it's like it's crazy. So
I mean, I think that's the biggest thing is that like. People always like say like, oh, it's gonna be this, but it's also just like Chicago and weather changes like that, and like things just change up, and like, this really isn't that bad. The issue is the mush. Like when you mix the rain and the snow together, and then you got that, it makes roads dangerous if they're not like plowed and whatever. So I get it. But I mean, like, people definitely blew it out of proportion. I was kind of expecting, like, a nice kind of, like, day of a bunch of snow. Right. And I just kind of hang at the crib and like, do whatever. It wasn't really like that.
I just get frustrated by the, like, just when it's way less than it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And it's like, you plan around it.
Yeah, right.
And then it's like, whatever.
And then it's nothing. So, true. No, I agree. It's funny, today earlier when I was going to get my hair cut. Yeah. And I
looks good, by the way.
Thank you. I wasn't fishing for a compliment. I was just on the way.
No, you were.
You know how I work. You know how I work. Been about 10 years of friendship. It's like that. He knows. But nah. So I was walking over there and I was thinking about just like the room where like the major people at CPS to like decide weather.
Right.
Like what that room is like, and I just imagine like a few people sitting in a room and one dude's just looking out the window like it's really fucking coming down out there, and someone else is behind like, yeah man, like it's supposed to keep going, like it's not supposed to stop, and then the other person's like, we'll just fucking call it no school, and like that's just like how that decision's made.
And then
made me laugh.
And then like the one like super high up dude walks down from his like tower office and he's like, they're going to school.
Yeah. Oh, we can't have this. The kids need to be in school. They're going to school. I love that. Yeah, that's pretty much how it worked. I feel like we gotta fucking call it, man. It's too bad out here. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's funny though. Weather and how people react to weather is so funny. I was talking about it in my class the other day. Like the weather is like really like the only thing that you could talk about that could potentially not cause like what's it called, conflict, I guess.
Right.
Or like a faux pas in a conversation.
That's like the like go-to small talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Weather, like.
Yeah. And like I realized in that moment how many times I've like talked about the weather at my job in the summer, just like so many times.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Let's get into this real quick. So Spotify every year, or the past 2 years, I did last year and this year, had this like message in a bottle thing. So it's like basic or like playlist in a bottle, I guess it is. So it's like you answer a question with a song, and then like they like seal it up, and then you get to like open it like a year later.
That's so cool.
And then it's like you get to like see. Yeah. So it's cool, but so I did it this year, and I thought it'd be cool to like hear your answers to the questions.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. So, I love that.
So
okay. It's so cool.
I think the first one was what song would you play to the aliens if they came to Earth?
Okay, the first song that came to mind, truly, and I shit you not, is "Father Stretch My Hands" Part 2.
Part 2?
By Kanye.
Not even the part 1, it's the part 2.
Well, isn't it part 2? Isn't that the OG one?
No.
Oh, it's part 1.
Part 2 is the one with
Part 2 is the one with Designer. That song is also lit.
Yeah, but they need to hear part 1 first.
I think I'd play that.
Really?
Well, that's just what came to mind first.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's such a lit song. I mean, that's just such an incredible and like otherworldly song, I feel like.
True.
I don't know. That's just what came to mind first, so I'm sticking with it. I like it though. It's a good answer. What's next?
First that came to mind for me was The Black Seminole by Lil Yachty.
I respect that. Were you thinking about like this year mainly?
I don't know.
Or just in general?
I think it just came to mind because it's recent, but like, it was, like, I mean, that's just such a, like, I think it would just, like, blow their minds.
It would.
Like that song.
It would. I think what's interesting too is that we chose songs that are kind of similar in a sense.
A little bit.
They have that same kind of like thematic, like kind of like those moments in both songs.
Sure. Yeah.
Kind of. Really, the one in like "Father Stretch My Hands," but like there's a lot in Black Seminole.
Right. Yeah.
But still.
Yeah.
Let
me just pull it up. I have the questions on my phone.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, one song that you want to see performed live in 2024.
Oh. That's such a hard question.
It is a bit difficult.
I don't know. I think what first comes to mind now is Enter Sandman by Metallica, because I am seeing them, and like I don't know. There's not many other songs like Enter Sandman. Not that like I don't want to hear other songs by Metallica like more than that, but just like that has a lot of value to it. I think that's gonna be really cool. And like I also know that I'm gonna see that.
Right.
I can't say like Kanye because I don't know. Like Kanye's not gonna fucking tour or whatever.
What did you say?
I
said 10% by K Tronada.
Word.
Like I was trying to keep it like somewhat realistic.
Yeah.
So like hopefully, but
that'd be lit.
We'll see.
Are you trying to see him? Is he performing at all?
I have no idea, but I would love to.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. He'd be cool to go see live.
Yeah.
He would.
And then last question. You could have done more, but I just did like the first 3 they gave me or whatever.
Facts. I would have done so many. I would have done all of them. Go ahead.
For one song you'd bring on a desert island.
Go with the Flow by Queens of the Stone Age.
Yeah.
I think that's the one. I think that's the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't know. I feel maybe I didn't pick the best song at the moment, but in the moment.
Yeah.
But I picked 4 by Bad Bad Not Good. It's like 4. Roman numeral 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that's not a bad choice.
It's not. It's like a 7-minute long like jazz song.
You kind of enjoy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it would definitely. That's the whole thing. I think like with the desert island, you obviously would bring like at least 5 songs, hopefully.
Yeah,
like
but
a few songs.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to just pick one because you're gonna get tired of it, obviously.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
It's funny. I just like for all of those, it just like whatever first popped into my head.
Yeah.
It was like, yep, that's probably what it would be.
Right. Yeah.
Like Father Stretch My Hands was such an off-color choice for me. I just didn't expect that, but like. That's what felt right.
Yeah, you gotta go with what feels right.
Yeah, that's a fun ass game.
Yeah,
that's so fun.
I thought it'd be fun to hear what you would pick for those.
I hope I had some good answers. I was proud of them. I think everything I answered was reasonable.
No, yeah, nothing was. I mean, Father Stretch My Hands Part 1 is a little crazy of a song, but
it is insane. The second part's crazy.
Nothing too out there, yeah. Nothing too out there. All right, so now we get into the sports.
Yeah. Let me get my water. Hold on.
The rest of the podcast is going to be like a lot of sports.
Yeah, we've been watching. I have been.
Well, we're into football playoff season, so that's where we're going to start. But
for the first time in my life, I've truly been very interested in like not just like one specific sport, but like multiple at once.
That's how I felt for a while.
Like I haven't really cared that much,
right?
Overall, but like. And maybe it's like a couple times a year or once a year or something like that.
Yeah, I'm just haven't been like out on sports. It just hasn't been like a big thing for you.
It just hasn't been like, oh, I'm interested in what's going on.
Right.
And like now I'm interested in what's going on.
Right.
Especially for football, I think. But I also just think like playoff football is just crazy.
Yeah, playoff football is different.
Yeah, it's a wild time. And like college playoff football was also pretty wild this year.
Right. Yeah.
Your boy, Michigan won.
Yeah, it's some family ties there. So, yeah.
Was your dad happy?
I mean, I'm sure he was. Yeah. I didn't actually talk about it with him, but I'm sure he was. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm just trying to also pull up some.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. So it's just all right here.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
we'll just go in chronological order for We're gonna pick a winner of every game. We're gonna do a whole bracket here because by the time this comes out, since we're recording it on the 12th, by the time this comes out, the first round of games will already been played. So we're gonna do the whole football playoffs.
Should I write?
We're gonna start NFL playoff prediction bracket afloat. Paolo, Caleb.
Yeah.
We're gonna start with the Saturday game. Browns versus Texans in Houston.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah.
What are we feeling?
All right. Listen, and I'm gonna preface this whole bracket thing with this. I don't really know much about many of the teams in this, but I just go off of heart and I go off what I feel most. I'm picking C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
I think that I believe they've been on a roll. I'm not certain.
They've had a hot season.
I think that boy CJ been going crazy for H-Town.
He's had one of the craziest quarterback rookie seasons like ever.
I think that in the first round, I think that you could take Texans over Browns.
Yeah, I think we both have that pick.
Yeah.
Because I like C.J. Stroud a lot.
Yeah.
And, like, it's nothing against the Browns. Like, it's going to be a tough game because the Browns' defense is good.
Yeah.
But I think the Browns are slightly favored in that game. But I'm taking the Texans.
Dude, through the first round, I think you just got to take the team that's hot. I think you just got to take the team that's hot. That's playing, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's what you got to take.
Well, second Saturday game is Chiefs-Dolphins.
Yeah.
In Kansas City.
In Kansas City, and from what I've heard, Kansas City is supposed to be like the coldest NFL game ever played.
Really?
From what I'm hearing.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, shit out there in Kansas City. No offense.
The Dolphins and the Chiefs met in London, I believe. They played the London game.
Yeah.
So they haven't really had like a home game, I don't think, this season.
Yeah.
So either of them really, because it was in London. So this one's tough because I do believe in the Dolphins, but like, and the Chiefs haven't had the best season.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna go Chiefs.
I think I'm gonna go Chiefs too, purely because of the weather.
Yeah.
I think that Miami is just not the fact is they're not players that are conditioned to cold weather. I think that we've seen Mahomes and Kelsey battle it out in very cold games many times previous.
That's true.
It's gonna be a different football game. I'm taking Chiefs. I think that the Chiefs will stay alive through this first round. Yeah. And then I think they're gonna fall off in the second. I don't think that they're strong enough mentally to do well in this playoff this year.
Yeah.
I don't think they're a strong team this year at all.
Are you remembering your picks?
Yeah, I got Texans and I got Chiefs so far.
Okay. Just remember your picks.
Yeah, no,
or write them down. Yeah.
No, fuck that. We're going purely on memory.
Okay.
I got Browns Dolphins Super Bowl.
No, that's impossible.
Yeah, no. What else we got? What we got next?
Steelers, Bills. We're just continuing with the AFC. We got Steelers and Bills.
I mean, you know the answer to that. If you don't know the answer, it's ridiculous. If you don't know who Big P is taking, that's ridiculous.
He's a Bills fan.
Yeah, we're riding with Buffalo.
I'm not really a Bills fan, but I'm still taking the Bills, especially if TJ Watt does not play. The Bills should really play well.
Yeah, I mean,
the Steelers will put up a fight.
I think the Steelers still have some good pieces. If TJ Watt is playing, they still also have Mike Tomlin. I think, do they still have Kenny Pickett at QB? That boy Kenny? No?
Probably not.
Who is it?
They got I think Mason Rudolph is his name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think Kenny Pickett's out for them.
It's rough. I'm fucking with that boy Kenny. But, yeah, no, it's Buffalo all the way, man. They've been on from what I believe, I think it's a 5-0 tear. I think it's a 5-0 tear.
It may be something
that
like
they've been on since their historic win at Arrowhead this earlier this season.
It may be something like that.
Yeah, no, I think you have to ride with who's going hot, man, and you gotta take a look at them Bills, and they've been around. The Bills have been around. I think that they're gonna be a less favored pick that's gonna go deep into these playoffs.
We'll see.
We'll
see. They're favored to beat the Steelers for sure.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I think they're a strong team and they can put it together in the playoffs. They've been there. They've been there. Who do we got next?
Yeah, so if you have been like, oh wow, Caleb and Paolo really have a lot of the same opinions for this playoff, for the NFL playoffs, it's going to change right now.
Yeah, we're going to switch shit up.
We're getting into we'll go chronological. I think we got Cowboys Packers up next in Dallas.
In Dallas?
In Dallas.
I still got my boy J Love.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I believe.
Fuck Dallas. I don't give a fuck.
The Cowboys have been great at home all season. I don't know if they've lost at home.
I don't care. They will.
Paolo hates Dak Prescott for whatever reason.
Fuck Dak. Fuck the Cowboys. Fuck them all.
I remember.
Fuck that motherfucking Jerry Jones too.
We were watching some NFL game, like a regular season game or something, a while ago, and Paolo was telling me about Dak Prescott and how much he didn't like him. Yeah. And I was like, okay, yeah, the guy probably is not.
He doesn't do anything!
The guy's probably not a good guy. And then, I started learning about football myself. I'm like, I don't know why Paolo doesn't like this guy. It doesn't really. I don't
He
really
just doesn't do anything.
this team is like has a good record.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because the Cowboys fall, and that's just a fact. The Cowboys fall.
Maybe, but not in the Packers in the first round at home.
This is a very different game for the Packers. Listen, honestly, who knows who's gonna win this game? It could be Dallas. I still got the Packers. I still don't think that the Cowboys, even if they survive the first round, I don't think they're getting past the second round. I don't think they're a strong team. I don't care. I don't think they're gonna win. They're just not gonna win.
Okay.
Bottom line.
Yeah. All right.
They're a losing franchise, and they've been a losing franchise.
We talked about this already.
They suck.
They won
they had time in like the
Super Bowls in the last 30 years or something.
In the last what?
Like 30 years.
Yeah, back in like the 80s or 90s, and they won then. They had like a dynasty, from what I remember. Am I wrong?
I don't know. But
I don't either. I have no idea.
They are historically a winning franchise.
Fuck that. I mean, I think they're decent. I think that they're way overhyped, though. I think that people way overhyped them.
Whatever. we have our first disagreement. Yeah. I'm not even a huge Cowboys fan, but like I just think they're gonna take that game for sure.
And they might. Fuck them.
Rams versus Lions in Detroit.
I'm taking Rams.
Tell them what you wanted to do. Tell them about the money.
I wanted to put all of the float's money on the Rams for that game against Detroit. Detroit is another one of those teams. They're just not really a winning franchise. I know they have a strong coach and they have some strong pieces this year, and I get it. But it's just another one of those teams that it's like, are you really going to do shit? Not really. Like, are you really going to go far? No.
This is an interesting game because, like, Jared Goff, I believe, played in LA, and Matthew Stafford played in Detroit.
Played for Detroit.
So it's kind of like
it's flipped. Yeah. The two QBs are flipped.
Right.
So yeah, I mean that'll be interesting. I just think that LA will take it.
This is interesting because of how you kind of said like, oh well, the Lions aren't prepared to play in Kansas City, but are the Rams prepared to play in Detroit?
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but I don't think it's going to be as bad in Detroit.
It might not be.
Yeah, I don't think, if anything, it will probably be kind of like this. I think the Rams will be fine. Yeah. It's just not, I think the thing, especially with that Dolphins-Chiefs game, is that it's just going to be fucking windy. It's going to be crazy out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, Miami is just warm all the time. Not like LA isn't, but it's. I think it's just two very different games. Right. I think LA can take it to them. It's just
You're going more off playoff history as well. They have a recent Super Bowl.
They have a recent Super Bowl. They have some pieces. I think that the pieces that they do have are older. Cooper Kupp, I believe, is older. Matthew Stafford is definitely older.
Yeah.
I don't know what other pieces they have. Exactly. Yeah. Not much, right?
I mean, I'm not up on the Rams that much. They have not. They were not that good, and then they won a bunch of games in a row.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Ride with the team that's hot, baby. That's it.
He didn't even know that. He didn't even know.
I didn't know shit, but I know it now.
I do have the Lions. I think they're a strong team. I know they've kind of faltered. They've had ups and downs this season, but there's been a lot of ups.
I'm sorry, I'm not making fun of you.
They're 11-5.
Fuck them. They're not gonna get far.
Oh my god, yeah, I got the Lions. Yeah. Now this is a really interesting game, the last game of the week. It is Eagles Bucks.
Yeah, let's go Birds.
In Tampa.
Yeah, let's go Birds.
Yeah. The thing is, the Eagles were 10-1 and they lost five or six in a row or something like that. And the Bucks are 9-8, barely making it into the playoffs. Won their division because they're in a weak division.
Yeah, it's going to be a scrappy game.
It is.
It could be just a battle of who's the worst at football.
It could be kind of a disgusting game to watch.
Yeah, it could definitely be. There could be a lot of picks and fumbles and shit.
It's not going to be a well-played game.
It could be like NFL or like Madden on arcade mode. Like, right. It could just be ridiculous. Yeah, still though, I think it's Birds. I think that they have just a team that's been around for a little bit longer. They have more of a kind of core. Right. Over there, I think that Jalen Hurts.
I mean, they won the Super Bowl last year, so like, I think even though they lost 6 games in a row, I think they're like, we made it.
Let's just do what we know.
Let's just work. So I will take the Eagles there. Yeah. Okay. Now it gets interesting because we have different picks, so our games are different going forward. But okay, now we'll go back to the AFC. We have Texans, Ravens.
Texans, Ravens. You have Lamar Jackson versus CJ Stroud.
Yeah. Lamar Jackson likely MVP.
I think I'm taking Ravens. I believe that it also would be Ravens' home game as well in Baltimore. Yeah, I'm taking Ravens. Yeah, I think they're just a strong team.
It's definitely Ravens.
I think that they're going to get further. I think that if you look at if you look
CJ Stroud could have a great career, but it's his first year, and Lamar Jackson's the MVP. They've had a great season. They only lost like 3 games or something. So I don't really see them losing in their first playoff game. They might. I mean, they haven't been that good in the playoffs from what I've heard, but like, I don't see it happening.
No, I don't either.
It's pretty easy Ravens there.
Agreed.
Chiefs, Bills.
I got Bills, and that's obvious.
This game might be in Kansas City. I think it'd be a home game for the Chiefs.
It'd be a home game for the Chiefs?
Well, no, I think it would be in Buffalo.
It would be in Buffalo?
It might be. I don't know. I think
that game's in Buffalo.
I think the Bills are the 2 seeds, so I think it would be.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
Okay, then I mean, I definitely. Listen, and that's the thing. I have to ride with Bills through.
I have to ride with Mahomes. So we're gonna
be like that.
Yeah.
The thing is that I think
it's a tough game to call though.
It's a tough game to call. I think that's a fact. Bottom line though, I think that Bills look stronger. They look more together as a team.
Maybe, yeah.
I think that if you look at where the Chiefs have been this season and all the different blow-ups between the different big stars on that team, they're not really in a great place.
Taylor Swift will be there. Forgot to mention that.
Taylor Swift, right.
Taylor Swift will probably be there.
Right, and I think that is also playing into some of that. Not heavily. I just think that attention is going towards her at Chiefs games, and I don't know. I think there's pieces to that make it more interesting. I think that they also become, for the other fan that maybe is more of a football fan than just like a Chiefs or Bills fan, I think it sometimes might make it harder to root for the Chiefs in that case as well.
Yeah,
perhaps.
I mean, I don't know. I like the Chiefs. I like Mahomes, great quarterback. Not a great season.
No.
Not the greatest season, but it's going to be a tough game. But
it's going to be a hard game, and if they're playing in Buffalo, I think it's going to be a 3 times as harder game.
Might be, yeah.
I think those fans at Buffalo are different. I think they're better than those at Kansas City. They ride harder.
I don't know.
The
stadium, though. The stadium,
Arrowhead.
Arrowhead is like the loudest NFL stadium.
I don't care. The fans in Buffalo got more passion. They just can't yell because it's colder.
Okay, whatever. I can't argue with that. That's just a ridiculous argument. Alright, now we move into the NFC. It gets a bit messy. You have Rams-Packers.
I have Rams-Packers?
Yeah.
Man, what a shitty, just like,
I don't know who's going to be the home team there. I don't know. But
I don't know. I honestly, I think in that, I guess you take Rams. I think that'd be a really sloppy football game. I think no better if it were Lions Cowboys though. If I'm being honest, I think it would still be sloppy, kind of shitty football. You know, whoever plays the best of the two worst teams gets in. I think that. Yeah. You know what I mean by
You're
that.
going off the rails.
No, I don't know. I don't think there's much interesting to that. I guess Rams.
Sure.
I guess Rams.
Okay. All right, the Rams are going to the NFC Championship game for Paolo.
People are gonna look at me like I'm so stupid, but it's really just because I don't like the Cowboys or the Lions.
Or
like
the Packers.
Or the Packers, yeah.
So
I mean, do you think Jordan Love would win over, or do you think the Packers would win over the Rams?
that's such a non-existent scenario. I don't know. I don't know. Cowboys versus Lions in this game. Completely different matchup.
Yeah, completely different.
This is more tough. Yeah, this is tough. I don't know. What do you mean? You did say it'd be one of the sloppiest football games.
I take Lions over Cowboys.
I'm gonna check the standings real quick because I want to see where this game will be played because that matters so much for me. Okay, so the game is gonna be in Dallas.
Oh yeah.
For that reason, I'm gonna take the Cowboys.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. And then we got. Do you have Eagles too? You have Eagles. 49ers.
Eagles Niners. Pretty easy call for me. I don't know what you think, but
who's on the 49ers? It's not point star Jimmy. I know that.
You've got Brock Purdy.
Oh right.
You've got Deebo Samuel.
Right.
You've got Christian McCaffrey.
Right. Isn't one of the Bosa brothers on that team?
Nick Bosa. Yeah. Yes. On defense, you have Brandon Ayuk, wide receiver. It's stacked.
Yeah, that's a strong team playing against Philly, I think, and it's also in San Francisco.
It's in San Francisco.
That's a hard place to be at.
I will let you know that it might have been. It was like in like maybe like the halfway point or like maybe slightly in the second half of the season. Eagles 49ers played in Philly.
Yeah.
And 49ers won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so, I think definitely you kind of have to look towards San Francisco as being the favorite.
However, 100%.
However,
100%.
I think that Philly also has a lot of heart. I think that a lot of teams play differently once we get to the playoffs. I think that although they might be in a hard place right now, as you may look at them, they could kind of rebound and figure their team out as they get to the playoffs and possibly ride a little bit of a heater after possibly winning against the Bucks. I think.
Sure. Ride that heater. Straight from Tampa to San Francisco.
I think that, you know, although yes, it's probably San Francisco, I think that Philly's a fun underdog. I think they're a fun underdog. I mean, we can't count them out. They won last year.
I'll give you the fact that it's definitely possible for an upset. They did go to the Super Bowl last year.
They did get there. Did they win? No, they didn't win.
Yeah.
Who won? Chiefs won?
Yeah.
Fuckers. Right, because what was that one receiver's name?
Kadarius Toney. Longest punt return in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, that
Check it out.
That motherfucker. Fucked me and my Eagles over last year. Yeah, you know, I think that you pretty much have to take San Francisco, but like, I could see an upset.
It's definitely not impossible for there to be an upset.
And I think Brock Purdy, if I'm not mistaken, is only in his like second or third season in the NFL, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
He also has Deebo Samuel.
Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, Christian McCaffrey. He's also got Deebo.
Christian McCaffrey is such a strong running back. You don't even need to pass the ball.
Yeah, there's some strong pieces there. We'll see.
Who are you going with?
Fuck it, I'm taking. Is it take Eagles?
It is. Yeah. You don't like. What is it? What does your heart tell you on this game? Like.
It tells me that Jalen Hurts is gonna go ridiculous.
Okay. You've got Rams Eagles in the NFC Championship.
Yeah.
Where are you going with that game, Paolo?
I got Eagles, brother.
From wild card to Super Bowl, the Philadelphia Eagles. I've got Cowboys 49ers in that game, and I'm taking the 49ers. So
I'm taking the 49ers to go. Yeah. I mean, listen, like, don't get me wrong. It's probably going to be the 49ers, but I just want to ride with my boys Philly. Like, I want to just ride with those Philly boys.
I respect it. You're going for the heart picks.
Yeah.
You're going for the picks just based off the heart of the team.
I mean, and also I think there's something to the level that, like, who says, I mean, they went 10-1, lost like 5-6 games.
Yeah.
They could rebound and just go ridiculous. And, like, yes, they might have lost the 49ers.
It's not impossible.
It's not impossible. Crazier things have happened.
Sure.
You know?
Now we have...
let's go.
For you, we have the Bills-Ravens.
Bills-Ravens, you know I got them boys in Buffalo.
Yeah,
I still got them.
You're just going off default right there.
Yeah. And, like, it's like, I think the Ravens are a strong team, but I think the other thing that goes alongside that,
you think the Bills are just riding that heater straight to the Super Bowl.
I think that truly, if Bills can surpass the Steelers, which is probably going to happen,
right?
Fingers crossed. Let's go Buffalo.
Right.
And if they can also face the Chiefs and win against them, I think looking at the Baltimore Ravens as a team they haven't played much in the playoffs and haven't faced as much of a problem with as they have the Chiefs.
That's true. That's true.
They could go into that game and feel very strong and very ready to
They could be riding that heater.
They could be riding that heater.
So you're taking the Bills.
I got Bills.
That's. I can't say anything about that pick.
Yeah.
I've got the Chiefs, Ravens. I will say the Ravens. I don't think the Chiefs have not had the strongest season.
And that's the thing.
I'm going with the Ravens.
And that's the thing, and that's why you gotta take Buffalo. That's why you gotta take them boys from the B-town.
So you are where you're at. Okay, you're Philly's Bills.
Philly's Bills. Yeah.
No, not Philly's. Eagles Bills. Yeah.
Yeah. Eagles Bills Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's a crazy Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be lit. That'd be two very passionate fan bases.
Yeah.
Two very passionate teams.
Yeah, Philly would be going crazy and Buffalo would be too. And they would be. It's in Vegas, so that kind of sucks.
Yeah,
it's so close to me.
Yeah, I know.
But
they should change it to like somewhere in between both and just have like the craziest game ever.
MetLife Stadium.
Yeah. Can you imagine my dream came true?
Yeah.
15 minutes away, I was biking over to the stadium to check it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I got them boys from Buffalo.
I know you do.
That's it. That's all you gotta know.
That's kind of his team. So
I will say though, I think that Buffalo just looks fucking strong. And they're facing a lot of other teams that just don't look as mentally strong.
In this situation,
both
teams are riding a crazy heater. It's kind of a contest of which heater is going to beat out the other one.
I think the boys from Buffalo got it though.
Yeah, all right.
The Buffalo boys. Yeah. Yeah,
right.
We'll see. Yeah, that's a fun one.
Super Bowl Buffalo Bills.
Super Bowl goes to Buffalo this year.
All right, yeah.
Wrong with them.
I think the Niners are beating the Ravens in the Super Bowl. That's where I'm at.
That's just such that's such a fucking favorite pick.
I know. I just realized I did take both number one seeds to be in the Super Bowl. But that's just what makes sense to me. Like like you said, the Cowboys aren't making it there.
Yeah, fuck no, they're not making it there.
You don't think they'll make it out of the first round.
Yeah, fuck them.
And then like the Chiefs, I mean, I will say the Chiefs, like if they're riding that heater, they could be right up. They could take Baltimore, and it's a Super Bowl. But I do have the Niners winning. I will say like I have thought the Niners are going to win the Super Bowl for a while, or like be in the Super Bowl for a while.
Yeah.
So like my picks are a little basic, but. You have Paolo if you want a little bit. If you want a little upset.
Crazy.
If you want some upsets, you got Paolo's picks right there.
it's a fun bet to be on, fun ride.
We'll put both the brackets up here and we'll kind of check in on this throughout the weeks. See where we're at.
Talk more about
we'll probably both be completely wrong. I mean, if that's probably.
It could be like fucking Eagles and like Eagles.
Could be Cowboys Texans.
It could be
a Texas Super Bowl.
Could be a Texas Super Bowl.
How lit would that be?
It would be pretty lit. You know what? I have to ride with that boy CJ.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm excited nonetheless. I think that there's gonna be some good football games. It's gonna be fun because like I just have to watch 100%. I have to watch Rams Lions, I have to watch Green Bay. Green Bay. What's it called? Dallas.
We will watch Cowboys Packers together, 100%.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, that's just a crazy game.
On Sunday, we will watch it together.
I bet.
That's not an option. We have to be together for that one.
What time is that one at?
That's at starts at 3:30 or something maybe.
Oh really? Okay, bet. Then okay, cool. Then we'll do that.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. But should we wrap up or should we talk a little Cubs?
We can talk Cubs for a minute. Yeah, we can talk Cubs for
Cubs had a kind of a big week since they signed Craig Counsell and made no moves in the offseason until now.
Yeah.
They made 2 moves this week with signing Shota Imanaga from Japan.
Yeah.
I believe that's how you pronounce his name. And then on a relatively club-friendly deal, by the way.
I didn't see it.
4 years, $53 million or something.
Oh, really? I kept looking for the details on his contract. I couldn't find them.
And with the way pitchers have been getting paid this offseason, I think that's a pretty good deal. You know, he's not just a crazy pitcher like Yamamoto is. His fastball is not crazy fast, maybe 90. Or something. It's
but if he's got a lot of motion in this pitch, then
he's given up some homers, which is a concern at Wrigley Field.
Yeah.
But he has a lot of upside, and for that price, it's not. It's just I like the bet that they're taking on him. So I think he's a cool piece to add, and replacing Marcus Stroman's a tough task, especially given how we started the season last year.
Yeah.
But We'll see where that goes.
We'll see what happens. I think that there's been some interesting moves, and I think that the Cubs are just such they're kind of just a weird team. It was kind of crazy, not crazy, but how they worked out last year, the second half was kind of crazy. And
it wasn't expected.
It wasn't expected.
They almost made the playoffs.
Right, and I think that the biggest thing with them is that they're just kind of confusing when they're not playing. We're adding some of these different pieces, and yes, they look good, but it's also just I don't know.
Right.
Who knows?
Nobody knows.
Yeah. So it's really just a question of until we get back to the field. We're 50 games into the season.
This guy has never pitched in MLB before, only in Japan. So that's the big. He's got a few questions that he has to answer with his performance.
Right. So there's some pieces that I think are gonna be interesting, but nonetheless, I think it'll be good. I think that there's some good pieces that have been added. I really like I said before, that Craig Counsell's been added. I don't know. Yeah.
They spent a lot of money on a manager.
Yeah, they did.
And a manager in baseball is not you could have the manager position doesn't matter as much anymore. The front office makes a lot of decisions.
The front office does make a lot of decisions, but I don't know. I think you think about Dusty Baker and you think about some of those.
Yeah, I will say I don't know if the Texas Rangers win that World Series without Bruce Bochy. So I will say
there's some of those. I think managers still definitely have a role in the team.
Sure.
The money's questionable that we threw at them, but I don't know. I think there's also a franchise that has a lot of money to throw around, and I'm sure
they got to do it though, and they're doing it. So.
Yeah, and as long as we're doing that and we're adding pieces that look promising and we're contributing to something that looks like a potential future for the Cubs, and that's really all that matters.
Yeah.
I think that it will take time. We can't build a World Series team overnight, but we'll start working at it.
Did you see the Dodgers trade? The trade they did with the Dodgers?
I think you said in the group chat. What was it?
It was so they traded for Michael. They traded 2 of their prospects Ones that I wasn't familiar with, but one that was like ranked pretty highly within the organization. For third baseman Michael Bush and relief pitcher, I believe, Yency Almonte. Michael Bush, from what I heard, is like gonna be used at first base. Which is why in the report that I read said that they're probably out on Cody Bellinger because they're gonna use him at first base. Which means they might sign Matt Chapman for third base, which would be a great move for them. But we'll see. I don't know why they put him at first base if he's a third baseman. I mean, I guess it's not.
Maybe just to fill that role that Belly had before. Possibly, and just I don't know. That's weird. I don't really like that. I think Bellinger was a great piece of the team.
He was, but he might be asking a lot, and
he could be.
He was one good season. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, right. And who knows what could happen after that if it was just kind of a fun year and he was playing into that.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we'll see where he could win another MVP. Who knows?
I think he's still talented. I think he did a lot for us last year. I think he got a lot of RBIs last year for us.
He definitely did. He hit well last year.
He was hitting well, and he was hitting a lot of good base hits.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I think we don't. I don't know shit about baseball until about June.
Until it's being played.
Yeah. Like I can't really. Say
no one does. There's always players that come out of nowhere and surprise you.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Last thing is Marcus Stroman signed with the Yankees.
Oh yeah,
and
that's a strong piece for them with Garrett Cole too, and
Garrett Cole. Yeah.
Oh, it's Garrett Cole.
Yeah.
My fault.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
But it was interesting because he opted out of his deal with the Cubs, and then signed with the Yankees for less money per year. Like he only had 1 year left with the Cubs that he opted out of, but it was like, or maybe it was a qualifying offer. I don't remember.
I just want to hop on that thing fast.
Yeah, he probably
be a part of something.
He probably wanted to be with. He might have just wanted to go to New York. I think he's from New York.
Yeah,
but
definitely could have been more of just like a other person moving money.
He's getting the same deal that Lucas Giolito got, who did not have a good year last year. I mean, Stroman also didn't have the greatest year. He got injured, but he started off really well. I was just a little surprised by the money of it because he signed for 2 years, $37 million or something, and he could have taken $20 million from the Cubs, $21 million from the Cubs.
Yeah.
So, it's just a little strange to me. But
so I don't know. I think some people also just don't give a fuck. It's just it's still Mills at bottom line.
He may have just wanted to be in New York.
Yeah,
and that's fine.
And be a part of those. They have a good team out there. They're not really contending, but they have strong pieces.
Well, they traded for Juan Soto.
Right, they did trade for Juan Soto.
The Yankees could do
something. So what? They have Juan Soto. They have Aaron Judge. They have Garrett Cole. They have Stroman now. Who's there? They have the Italian kid.
Oh, Anthony Volpe.
They have Anthony Volpe, right? And then do they have anyone? Who else do they have on that team? They still have Giancarlo Stanton. He's still kicking around, kind of.
He's kicking around. Yeah, he'll play 80 games for you.
Yeah.
They have more pieces. I'm not remembering right now. They have. It's the Yankees.
Yeah.
They have Rizzo.
Oh, right. They have Rizzo too. Yeah, I mean they have a contending team, I think. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. The
football will be fun. Football will be fun. Baseball will be fun.
Yeah, Cubs might add more people.
Yeah, we'll see as the offseason continues.
Yeah. Well, ready to wrap it up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
We'll wrap it up. I think you got to tune in to the next episode to see where we're at with our brackets.
There's gonna be yelling. We might have to take some video from Sunday. We might have to have videos from Sunday.
We might have a few live reactions on Sunday. But tune in for sure because it's gonna be fun to see how this unfolds with the brackets.
Yeah, brackets are gonna be crazy.
We gotta do this for the NBA too.
I think we will. I think we should. Yeah, we should low key post some video on the Instagram story from Sunday.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I think if there's any big blow ups or any big major moments, we gotta be. We're content now. We gotta make content.
No, you're right.
That's content.
You're right.
That's good content right there.
You're right. Yeah.
All right.
We'll see you. Like, follow, comment, subscribe, follow us everywhere. We'll see you.
aflowclothing.com. Go grab a new shirt, by the way. Ooh, go grab a new shirt, by the way.
We'll see you next Thursday. A Flow podcast.
Is it Thursday or Friday?
Thursday.
It's Thursday? I thought we were changing it to Friday.
No.
Oh. Well, then disregard that message that I put on the Instagram story yesterday, the 11th, about changing it to Friday. Did you see that? I talked about how we were changing it to Friday.
I saw that you posted a story. I didn't listen to it, though.
Oh. Well,
sorry.
Nah, we're not changing it to Friday. It's Thursday.
We're still Thursday.
Thursdays. All right. Love y'all. Peace.
See you.